Children's Hospital site. So let's check in with him. He's going to be broadcasting from there this morning. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Valen. Good morning to our viewers. And rightfully said, that man, Tata Nelson Mandela, had a vision, and we are standing at it in Parktown at the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital. Let me give you a bit of a background. There's currently only 4 specialized pediatric hospitals on the African continent, 2 in Egypt, 1 in Nairobi, and of course the popular one that we know in Cape Town, the Red Cross Children's Hospital. This is going to change the Johannesburg landscape. Now, joining me now to share more light on what it took for us to get here 4 months away from the completion of the hospital is the trustee from the Nelson Mandela Children's Trust, Mr. Ish Mkhabela, and he's going to just share with us his insights. Sir, thank you very much for joining us here on Morning Live.
Thanks very much.
A lot of people for the first time today will get a sense of where the hospital is. We're going to have a chat to a construction site lead a little bit later. We'll have a chat to another representative. We'll be talking to various people about this hospital. But just give us that sense. What did it take to get to this point today in 2015?
In 2002, we were in a hospital, me and my wife, the CEO, Ish Mkhabela. We had a child who was burnt in a dreadful fire accident. For 30 days, we experienced the poor state of hospitals in terms of children, child care. And we have stories to share which only show that even in private hospitals, children are not a priority. And it became very clear to us that if children are to be prioritized, they must be given voice. Out of our agony and loss, we talked to people we trusted, people we could pray with, and the conversation led to the next person. But we must say that all of us who volunteered to talk about the Children's Hospital and their care, we found ourselves led by very able leaders, the late Dr. Motlana, but the paragon of that leadership was the late former President Nelson Mandela. Because when we talked to him, trying to convince him, we found that it's something he had dreamed about, something he had thought about. So it did not need to be converted. And his top question was, when are we starting building a children's hospital? And one thing led to another. As we talked about them, without asking people what to do, we were surprised that one person contributed a sum of about 1 million and said, do a feasibility study. We did it. And as fate will have it, that man did not live long, as though maybe that was a move for him to make one final contribution to something positive. He passed away. We lived and we continued to volunteer and to work tirelessly to get the Children's Hospital started.
Yeah. Just give me that sense as well, because this hospital comes at a time, and Tata Madiba was very passionate, as I heard Valen say in an intro as a link to me. He was very passionate about children. How will this hospital benefit the community?
This hospital will certainly benefit the hospital because it is a facility which a child will identify with. But let us also accept that the location of the hospital is fantastic in that rather than people always having to fly to Cape Town to the Red Cross, we are now situated next to the international airport, OR Tambo. We are also in a place where there are other hospitals which, if they cannot be able to perform a procedure, a specialized one for that matter, they'll be able to come here and find care. And we are also privileged that they will be sharing of facilities with other hospitals, among them Charlotte Maxeke, Donald Gordon, and others which are in this vicinity. So this hospital is going to benefit the community in terms of training. It's going to benefit the community in terms of linking with the region, the SADC region, Southern Africa Development Community. So it is an ideal place, which I'm also happy because also there will be telemedicine. It will be highly a center of excellence in many ways.
So we've run out of time, but thank you very much for joining us and sharing some insight on how we got to this point, 4 months away from the completion of the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital. That, of course, is Mr. Ish Mkhabela, who is a trustee on the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital Trust. We have loads more still coming from this venue here in Parktown. I'm kitted out, I'm ready, I'm part of construction. You can see I have no idea why I've got a pink hard hat, but that's a discussion for another day. We take an ad break. We'll be back later.
Thank you.
Children of Southern Africa have a right to be cared for and to receive treatment that compares with the best in the world.
It has always been the wish of Nelson Mandela to provide comprehensive, high-level health care for children. Madiba has always believed that this kind of health care is not a luxury, but a necessity.